Hey guys, Choppedliver here. So, today I wanted to react to a travel video about probably my favorite place on Earth. Um, in the late 90s, I got to visit Rocky Mountain National Park with a friend of mine, who was stationed at F.E. Warren Air Force Base. And it was just one of those places that just was just magical and brought me so much joy, and it's a place that I want to go back. I live about, I don't know, probably 2,000 miles away. I want to go back there with my girlfriend who has never been there. And anyway, today I just thought I would react to a video about Rocky Mountain National Park. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get started.
Colorado's Rocky Mountain National Park sits high on the Continental Divide and is part of the Rocky Mountains Range, which runs from Canada
That's
to
so
New
beautiful,
Mexico.
too. I've got a picture somewhere in my old photo albums of me standing on a by a sign that says Continental Divide.
In the 1870s, English adventurer Isabella Bird visited this part of the Rockies and was moved to write, "I have found a dream
It's
of
stunning.
beauty at which one might look at all one's life and sigh."
Yeah.
150 years later, that dream continues, preserved within a 415 square mile national park just 70 miles from Denver.
I remember um, driving into the park from Colorado Springs, and I don't know what road it was or what river it was, but there was a river that the the road followed into the park. So if all you Colorado people, tell me what road that is and what river that is in the comments, because I want to take my girlfriend there and I want to follow that same path when we finally get a chance to go there.
Welcome to a dream
Yeah.
where wildlife roams free amid cool meadows and forests of fir. A dream where chains of subalpine lakes form mirrored steps into the sky, and alpine tundras lift over 60 granite peaks 12,000 feet into the heavens.
This is definitely my idea of paradise. I live on the Gulf Coast and we have some beautiful beaches here. And I mean, there's beautiful places all over the United States. But I could never live in a state that didn't have water or mountains. It's got to have one or the other. Beautiful beaches or beautiful mountains. I just have to be near some beautiful nature to be happy.
Today, this dream can be experienced by visitors of all ages and abilities via 350 miles
Wow.
of hiking trails and on two of the highest scenic roads in the USA. Most visitors begin their Rocky Mountain adventure at the eastern entrance, just outside Estes Park.
Yes.
In summertime, traffic can be a headache. So leave your car at the Beaver Meadows Visitor Center and take the free shuttles to and from the park's popular eastern trailheads. Just 7 miles into the park, hop off at Sprague Lake, named after the enterprising Abner E. Sprague, who ran a dude ranch and fishing lodge here at the turn of the 20th century. Today, the lake is still a favorite with trout fishermen. And with a short, hard-packed loop trail, the lake is ideal for families and folks with limited mobility. For another easy hike, take the short loop around Bear Lake, which passes through a magical shoreline of spruce, aspen, and lodgepole pine. From Bear Lake, follow the trail up Tyndall Gorge. Pause by the lilies of Nymph Lake and gaze into the mirrored perfection of Dream Lake before arriving at one of the park's easiest to reach subalpine jewels, Emerald Lake. For a longer and more challenging hike, tighten up your bootlaces, pack a few layers, and hit the 10-mile out and back trail to Sky Pond. After an easy first mile, stop for a snack by the thundering waters of Alberta Falls, named after Abner Sprague's wife. From the falls, the trail climbs to the rugged shores of the Loch, a lake guaranteed to bring a tear to the eye of any visiting Scottish Highlander.
I love the bagpipes.
From here, the trail steepens, traversing fields of wildflowers and grazing elk before arriving at the imposing wall of water and granite at Timberline Falls. From the base of the falls, the trail climbs a 100-foot chute, and while not overly difficult, if it looks like rain or snow, it's best to turn back here. After 2 to 3 hours of hiking, climbing, and rock hopping, the tree line finally thins to reveal the stark beauty of Glass Lake. Just a few steps beyond, the trail ends at Sky Pond, a glacial basin cradled by a citadel of granite cliffs and shark-toothed spires. As you look back down the valley, give thanks to Enos Mills, who tirelessly lectured coast to coast, planting the seeds of the Rockies' importance into the nation's consciousness. In 1909, the man they call the father of Rocky Mountain National Park shared his dream. In the years to come, when I am asleep beneath the pines, thousands of families will find rest and hope in this park. And in the decades since, millions have walked these trails. After giving your calves and camera a workout on the park's eastern trails, grab your car keys or join a tour and head north into the park's high country. Pull into Horseshoe Park, a wetland sanctuary whose rich soils and perfect U-shaped valley were a gift of a passing glacier around 15,000 years ago. To trace the journey of that glacier, head west up Old Fall River Road, a one-way, uphill gravel road that follows a Native American hunting trail. The road is strictly seasonal, passable to cars only in summer, but enjoyed by snowshoers and cross-country skiers when winter closes in. The road's hairpin bends require slow speeds and steady nerves, but you'll find plenty of safe pullovers to take in the valley views, scent of ponderosa, and the hypnotic rhythms of snowmelt. After emerging into the sparse alpine tundra, the road nears its end at the Fall River Cirque. This is the birthplace of the glacier that bulldozed its way down to Horseshoe Valley, 9 miles away. Perched on the northern rim of the Fall River Cirque is the Alpine Visitors Center, the highest visitor center in the entire U.S. National Park system.
Wow. So beautiful.
After learning more about the Alpine tundra,
You know, there really is no substitute for travel. You can watch all these videos in 4K on your 77-inch TV in your living room, and you can think, wow, that's so pretty. That's so beautiful. It is nothing compared to being there. If you can wrap your brain around that, there really is no substitute for being there in person. I've got to go back soon.
and the peoples who first traversed these mountains and valleys take the half-mile hike up the Alpine Ridge Trail. The trail across the tundra may be short, but it's known as Huffer's Hill for good reason.
Yeah, I bet.
After catching your breath in the thin alpine air, enjoy the views which stretch away across.
Yeah, back when I first went there, back in the late 90s, like I said earlier, I was in a lot better cardiovascular shape than I am in now. And me and my friend, Chris, we both ran to the top of one of these trails, and I thought I was going to freaking die because my sea level lungs didn't know what to do. I'm running up this trail and I'm breathing as hard as I can and I'm not getting any air because there's just not much air up there. You can breathe as fast as you want to, but you're just not sucking up as much oxygen as you are at sea level. So that's crazy.
Across space and time. From the Alpine Visitors Center, Old Fall River Road emerges onto the halfway point of Trail Ridge Road, the highest continuously paved road in the USA. From here, turn left and head back towards the park's eastern side and enjoy the expansive views from the many outlooks and rest areas. Or turn right to explore the park's southwestern side. Be sure to stop at Milner Pass, which marks the Continental Divide,
that's where
the
I
line
went.
at which the Rockies waters flow either west to the Pacific or east toward the Atlantic. While you're there, stretch your legs on the Ute or Mount Ida trails to experience some of the best high alpine hiking on the Divide. And as with all higher altitude hikes in this region, start out early and pack.
So I took a break to run to my closet and get some photos out because I wanted to show you. Look, here's back when people actually used film cameras. Here's a photo. And here's young Choppedliver. A sign that says 12,005 feet. What does that say? Above sea level, higher than Oregon's famed Mount Hood. So this had all the reflections in it. Young Choppedliver. I was a lot skinnier back then. This picture was actually taken at the top of this trail that I told you about. And I ran up there and there was this storm brewing. And it was like I was standing in the storm, which I probably was because, it's so far up there that you're right there by the clouds. And it looked like something out of Lord of the Rings. It looked like Mordor. It was this photo does not accurately convey how like absolutely evil it looked in the background. The sky was turning red and lightning was popping all around and the wind. You can see the look at my shirt. I don't know if you can see that. My shirt is just clinging to my body, and because it was so windy, and I was young and stupid. Probably shouldn't have been standing there in the middle of an electrical storm, but it was such an amazing moment that I just had to capture it. So anyway, back to the video.
Pack warm clothes as storms roll in quickly, particularly in the afternoons.
Yes, they do. This storm, that's so funny that I just was talking about a storm. This storm just came out of nowhere, and man, it started getting cold really quick too.
From Milner Pass, Trail Ridge Road gradually descends to Grand Lake,
Oh my God,
where
it's so
you'll
pretty.
find some of the park's most enchanting landscapes. From the East Inlet Trailhead, take the easy 1-mile hike to Adams Falls. Then continue on through forests and meadows straight from a children's picture book.
So pretty.
Venture deeper into the forest on North Inlet Trail for a 3.5-mile hike to Cascade Falls. For those yearning even longer journeys, the trail here forms part of the 3,100-mile Continental Divide Scenic Trail. Just turn right for Canada or left for Mexico and keep walking.
I don't want to walk that far.
But for most of us, Rocky Mountain National Park holds more than enough adventure to fulfill all our wildest longings. From the ever-present songs of its snowmelt to the cool, fragrant embrace of its alpine air, Colorado's Rocky Mountain National Park is a dream that awakens all the senses. It's a dream that opens every eye and ear to the miracles of nature and draws a sigh from every soul.
So that was Rocky Mountain National Park. So I've only been doing this for about 2 months. I'm actually eligible for monetization now, which is awesome. Unfortunately, most of my videos can't be monetized because they're reaction videos. Some of them share the revenue, some are just outright don't let you. Anyway, I do have a Patreon if anybody wants to help support me in my goal to marry my girlfriend and travel. And also, I'm eligible for super likes now. But just supporting me by subscribing to the channel is amazing, and leaving comments and sharing on social media. I'm so grateful just for that, But I mean, if you can do anything else, obviously I'm super grateful for that as well. I've got 3 Patreon followers already, which is pretty awesome, that people in the public would support your dream and your goals, people who you've never met. It's such an act of kindness, and I'm absolutely floored by the support I've received so far, and the kindness, and this experiment of an introvert uh, reacting on the internet. And anyway, I love you guys. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. So we'll see you on the next one.